Yeah, so start பண்ணலாமா? Like, are we ready for live? நாராயணனா யாரு இருக்குது?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so ஷேர் பண்ணலாமா?
Yes, sir.
ஷேர் கரெக்டா வருதா? ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேர் ஆகுதுல்ல?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can start. Yeah. So let me know once the
Yeah, I will check.
are we live yet?
Yes, sir, we are live. We can go.
Okay, we can start, right? So, hello everybody. I hope you're all here for the orientation program for the students who are at the foundation level. So, we are very happy to have you here. So, we will start. So, first, let me introduce myself. I'm Vignesh Muttuvijaya. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Biotechnology. I'm one of the coordinators for the BS degree in data science and applications. So, this is a very new and interesting initiative which has been started by IIT Madras. So you have all cleared your qualifiers. So congratulations on that. So you are now entering into the foundation level of the program, which is an exciting starting point for your journey. So we are very happy to have you here. So let us, we'll quickly go through the program details. I'm sure most of you already know the details about the program. You have all gone through the application process, the qualifier process, and become eligible to join the foundation level of this degree. So I'm sure we don't have to go into great detail, but I still think it's important to kind of touch upon the various aspects about this program, which I think are quite interesting. So as you all know, this program has interesting entry and exit options. So it is not just a single entry and single exit option. So you have multiple exit points based on the level at which you get trained. So basically, we currently have you would have come through the regular entry process, which is the qualifier process, the 4-week qualifier. So all of you would have cleared this to enter into the foundation level. So at the foundation level, there are 8 courses which you can do. And at the end of the foundation level, you get a certificate from the Center for Outreach and Digital Education from IIT Madras. So this would be the certificate that you will get. And you can choose to continue from the foundation level and enter into the diploma level. So the diploma level teaches the skills which are required for you to successfully execute data science and programming related projects and job opportunities. So for that reason, this diploma level is actually the meat of the program where you actually get exposed to various techniques, all the important topics and so on, and you get a lot of opportunities for uh, getting exposed to hands-on training through projects and so on. So at the diploma level, there are basically 6 courses and 2 projects for each diploma. There are actually 2 diplomas, one in programming and the other in data science. So you can get a diploma in programming or a diploma in data science or both. So once you complete both diplomas, you actually can enter into the degree level of the program, which is the first degree level is your BSc degree. And here you could either get your BSc degree where you complete the required courses, and graduate with a BSc degree. So at this stage, you become an alumnus of IIT Madras. Or if you choose to do a 4-year degree, which is a BS degree, which is equivalent to a 4-year degree from any other institute. So that is a BS in data science and applications. So that requires additional courses. And in the BS level, you also have opportunities to take up apprenticeship and long-term projects with industries and research institutes and so on. So this is the overall structure of the program. So this again represents the same thing where you can see that you enter, you can come into the foundation level and leave with a certificate, or go to the diploma level and leave with 1 or 2 certificates, and then continue to the BSc level and exit with a BSc degree in programming and data science, or at the BS level you could exit with the BS degree in data science and applications. So this is the program. So here are some numbers. So just for you to have an understanding. So currently this term which we are starting is the September 2022 term. So there are more than 16,500 students who have applied to this program this term, and the total number of applications till May of 2022 was around close to 72,000. So including this, we have had more than 88,000 applications that we have received till now. So out of these 72,000, close to 18,000 have qualified, and the number of students who started the program is about 15,500 students. So currently there are more than 12,000 students who are enrolled in the and active in the program, and you also have a bunch of students, around 900 students who have opted for a term break. So this program being a flexible option, you also get an opportunity to take a break during the program itself and then continue at a later stage, which is what the students, around 900 students have opted for. So together we have more than 13,000 students who are currently part of the program in one way or another. So amongst these, there are about 6,900 students who are in the foundation level, which includes you. And there are 4,400 students in the diploma level, and the first batch of students entering the degree level has started this time. We have about 65 students who have completed both diplomas at the fastest possible pace. So this program allows you to pace yourself and do the number of courses based on your time commitment and how much time you can actually spend and so on. So these 65 students have done 4 courses every term and completed 4 courses successfully and have been able to enter into the degree level of the program in this September 2022 term. So again, a lot of numbers. So this is something, just information. You don't have to remember any of these. It's just an idea so that you can see that we are actually working on certain things and it is having significant impact. So you can see that we are having people from various categories who are applying, people from various backgrounds who are applying. So you can see that the field of study is not always engineering. So for example, this term, we actually have a very large fraction of students who are coming from arts, science, and commerce background who have also applied into the program. And we have students who are much older who are in the program as well, and who are just completing their 12th standard. So basically we have a very diverse group. So, and we have been consistently getting about 25% students who are female as well. Okay. So with that, we can again move on to looking at a few other numbers, which we find to be very fascinating. So if you look at the age group, you would see that we have people from various ages who have applied. So we have students who are even 80 plus. There's actually one candidate who's more than 80 years old who has applied. And you can see that every year this number is not a trivial number. So above 50, we have a reasonable number of students who keep applying and who are learning with us. So we also have a large number of people who are currently working. As you can see, people between the ages of 25 to 50 who are all probably full-time employed in some position are also in the program. A lot of them are in very high designations, like we have CEOs, vice presidents, and so on who are enrolled in the program. So these are some various details we have regarding the numbers as what their targets are. So as you can see, most people aim to achieve the BSc degree at least. So they want to get the degree and earn the IIT Madras alumni status through this program. So again, state-wise numbers, you can see that we have a wide distribution. So the numbers are usually the highest for Tamil Nadu. You see that the numbers are consistently the highest in Tamil Nadu, followed by Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar, and so on. So we do have people from every state, and we have representations from all states in the country. So again, so we were saying the fastest rate at which people can complete. So based on that data, so number of courses a student has completed is been given here. So a large number of students have completed close to somewhere between 8 and 16 courses. Right, so they are all in the diploma level, so which is reasonable, which is expected, right? So we also have a large number of students who are currently in the foundation level who have completed 7 or fewer courses. So, okay, so now let's discuss something which is more important for you to know, remember, and try to understand and employ while you are in the foundation level. So please understand that the foundation has two sets of courses. You have the set one, which is your maths one, English one, statistics one, and computational thinking. And then you have your set 2, which is maths 2, English 2, statistics 2, and introduction to Python. So these courses, the courses in the set 1 are prerequisites for the courses in the set 2. So you will not be allowed to do a math 2 course before doing a math 1 course and so on. Similarly, you cannot do a Python course before doing a computational thinking course. Computational thinking is a prerequisite for Python. So you need to plan your courses appropriately so that you can do them at the right pace and you can manage the load, and at the same time you don't end up having one course or like two courses. So there have been cases where students have completed 6 courses and then they end up having English 1 and English 2 as the 2 courses pending, which would mean that they would have to spend 2 terms just studying English. You have to study English 1 first, followed by English 2. So you please don't fall into this kind of a trap. Plan your roadmap clearly. Make sure, depending on the number of courses you want to do, whether you want to do 2, 3, or 4, and that would also be restricted based on your CCC credit clearing capacity. We'll talk about that. But based on that, if you're doing 2, 3, or 4 courses, you please plan your courses accordingly. Okay, so if you are doing this as the primary degree and you are doing this as the only program that you're studying and you're not working or like doing another degree, then you may be able to do 4 courses. Otherwise, it's probably better to do 3 courses or even 2 courses if you want to take it at a slightly slower pace. So it is this program offers you that flexibility so that you can learn the concepts well. So the foundation level is crucial because understanding the concepts at the foundation level uh, sets the stage for you to learn the skills which are required at the diploma level. So please make sure that you do learn the concepts and become successful in the foundation level. Don't aim to just scrape through the foundation level. Make sure you learn every concept and make sure you have the strong grasp of various concepts which will have applications directly in the diploma level. Okay, so please be very conscious of that. It is an important aspect. Please make sure that you do work very sincerely to achieve that. Okay. So here are various plans you can have. So this is these numbers are slightly outdated, but anyways, you could, it just shows various paths you can take. As I already said, you could do 1, 2, 3, or 4 courses depending on the pace at which you want to go. So these are some different ways you can study. So we will give you some roadmaps. So more importantly, we should, at the foundation level, you should focus on planning your courses in such a way that you complete the prerequisites and then followed by the advanced courses in the set 2 and follow through within the specified time period and so on. So please make sure that you can finish it in either if you do 4 courses a term, it will take 8 months or 2 terms, or you can pace yourself and complete your foundation level in 12 months or 3 terms, which I would recommend is a better pace. So you could go at 3, 3 and 2 or something along those lines, 3, 2 and 3 or something like that, so that you can kind of finish the 8 courses over the first year of the program. So by the time September 2023 rolls around, you will be in your diploma level. So assuming you're starting in September 2022, some of you might have already completed a few courses. Please plan the semester, plan the terms appropriately and prepare well for the courses. Okay. So what we say is 4 terms is a very comfortable pace. It is a very slow and you will be able to put in enough time. So you have the roadmap given here. So you could do English 1, Math 1, followed by Stats 1, CTE, and then Maths 2, Python, and then Stats 2 and English 2. So this is a very comfortable pace where you complete it over a 4-term period. And what is more attractive for many students is going by the medium pace where you do 3 and 2. So as you can see, you have math, English 1, Maths 1, CT, and Stats 1, English 2, Maths 2, followed by Stats 2 and Intro to Python. The fastest, as I said, is the 8 months or 2-term period. So this would require you to put in a lot of time and effort. So please assume that you are going to put in about 10 hours of time for every course that you register. So that is the numbers you are looking at. So you would have to, if you are doing 3 courses, you are looking at spending 3 hours a day during the weekdays and 15 hours during the weekend. So you're looking at 30 hours of time which you would have to dedicate for this course, this program. Only then you will be able to learn the content effectively and actually make the most out of it. So before we go into the fee structure, let me emphasize a couple of things. So this program, as I said, the foundation courses start from very fundamental level, but as you go along, the concepts get more rigorous and more important, and even within a subject, certain weeks would actually be the building block for the next course. For example, stats 1. If you were to do stats 1, the final part of stats 1, let's say the final 4 weeks of the stats 1 course is actually the concept which is required for you to learn stats 2. So please make sure that you are well aware of these kinds of things and you study the entire course and understand all the concepts of the course so that you can actually be successful in the subsequent courses. Right, so and understanding stats 2 is very critical for you to get into the data science diploma. The various topics in data science diploma builds upon stats 2. So similarly, if you are looking at intro to Python, so this is actually an interesting and a challenging course because some of you might have good programming experience, but many of you might not. So if you do not have the programming expertise, please spend a lot of time practicing your assignments and practicing programming, write various programs. So you spend a lot of time with the practice sessions, attend the live sessions. We do provide a lot of support for through live sessions. You have about up to 8 to 10 hours of live sessions where you can sit and code with the instructors and so on. In addition to this, you should also solve all the activity questions and the practice questions so that you are very familiar and you can actually appear for the programming exams which are going to be a part of your Python course. So it is important that you make the most out of this learning experiences because understanding and being able to write good programs in Python is imperative for you to become a good programmer and do the diploma in programming and also the diploma in data science. So without strong foundations with programming, you will not be able to be successful at the diploma level. So please understand this and put in the effort to learn this to the best possible extent. To provide additional support for students who may think that they need help or who would like to get more peer learning done, we have now set up an opportunity for students to enroll for the mentoring program. So there are senior students who have volunteered their time to serve as mentors in this program, and you can actually learn with them. There is you would have received some forms to fill. So if you are interested in becoming a mentor, in signing up with a mentor and getting the help that you would need, or getting like support in a smaller group amongst peers and so on, please do sign up for the mentorship program. It is an important aspect which can really help you be successful in the program. Okay, so we will quickly look at the foundation level courses fee structure. So the actual fee structure is 4,000 rupees per course at the for any course at the foundation level. IIT Madras also offers scholarships for students with various backgrounds. So you have students who have a family income less than 1 lakh, they get about up to 75% scholarship, and students with family income less than 5 lakhs get a scholarship of 50%, and that's why you have the 1,000 rupees for family income less than 1 lakh, and for family incomes less than 5 lakhs, you have 50% scholarships, and the course fee is 2,000 rupees per uh, course. And then for students who are uh, people with disabilities, then you have another, you have waivers as such. So that is 50% scholarship for all students who belong to the PWD category, and for students, SC/ST students with PWD, you would have a 75% scholarship. So these are available for students of any family income based on the uh, category they belong to. Okay, so please understand this, and I'm sure you have already paid the fees for this term, and this is just an overview for you to get an understanding of what kind of scholarships IIT is providing. Okay, so let me walk you through how this term is going to go. So some of you who have already been with us in the program at the foundation level know that we have two quizzes and one end term. So these quizzes and end terms happen at exam centers in person. So you would have chosen a city where you can take the exam, and you will be coming to the center and appearing for the exam. And then you have your online remote projected exams as well if required. This usually happens in the second term. So we want you to be aware of these as well. So for the in-person quizzes, the dates have already been finalized and it is already available for you. We have the quiz 1 scheduled for October 16th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and quiz 2 is scheduled for November 20th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The final exam is going to be December 11th of this year, and it is going to be in the morning 9 a.m. to 12 noon and 2 p.m. to 5 noon. 5 p.m. So these are the schedules. All of these exams are going to be held on Sundays, so it should not have any clash with respect to any other activity that you might be involved in. So we do expect that you are able to appear for all the quizzes and the end term. Appearing for end term is mandatory for you to get a grade, and quizzes are also required for you to earn the grade you deserve. So at least one quiz has to be you have to appear for at least one quiz to become eligible to even appear for the end term exam. So please make sure that all these 3 dates are marked in your calendar and you do come for these exams in person. So some of you would be registering for with us for the first time in September 2022. So first of all, welcome you all. So you might have actually qualified through the qualifier which happened in the recently, and you might be coming through this, and you should have received this email address. It would be a roll number at student.onlinedegree.iitm.ac.in. So you can log into courses only using this ID. So you need to have this ID for accessing the portal, and you cannot access the dashboard using your personal email. You would have done that while you were appearing for the qualifier earlier, but now that you are admitted into the program, you have to you have to log in using the online degree ID only. You will also have an ID card which will be put into the document section on the dashboard. So you can download the IIT Madras ID card for you. Okay, so let's talk about the quizzes. So as I said, there are going to be two quizzes. The quiz 1 is going to be based on the contents for weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this, if you had just cleared your qualifier either in June, July, or August of this year, then you can actually use that score as your quiz one score. If you would like to improve that and get a better score, then you can actually come for the qualifier, and we strongly recommend that you do come for the qualifier, come for the quiz one, which is going to be held on October 16th. So you should try to learn the content again and appear for the quiz one again, so that you can actually get the most out of it. So for others who are just joining the program, please make sure that quiz one, who have actually been in the program also, quiz one will be happening on October 16th. So quiz one has to be written again if you qualified prior to June of 2022. Let's say you appeared for the qualifier in February of 2022, and you're just entering the program now. In that case, you have to write it again. We will not consider your previous scores, so you have to appear for the qualifier again. The quiz duration is 1 hour per course. You will write the quiz only for the registered courses. So while you took your qualifier, you would have written the written the qualifier for all the 4 subjects. But now, if you register only for 2 or 3 courses, then you will be taking the quiz only for those registered courses. You will not be taking the quiz for the other courses. So this way, you can actually focus and learn the courses which you have registered for. So if you're looking at the final course score, so these are the first we will look at 7 of the 8 courses. So you are looking at maths 1 and 2, statistics 1 and 2, computational thinking, and English 1 and 2. For these courses, here is the process. So the grading policy will also be shared with you in the announcements, but I'll walk you through some of it so that you have some idea as you enter into the term. So the eligibility for the end semester exam is you should have had at least 40% or more using the best 5 out of the first 9 weeks of graded online assignments. So every week you will have a graded assignment. You should submit that, and based on the first 9 weeks, we'll take the best 5 out of those 9 weeks, and you should have scored at least 40% to become eligible to appear for the end term. So that alone is not sufficient. You also should have appeared for one of the 2 quizzes. As I said, there are going to be 2 quizzes, one on October 16th and the other on November 20th. You should have appeared for at least one of them. And only if you do both these, so this is an and clause, right? So you have to have had both these. Only then you will be allowed to appear for the end term exam. You will be issued a hall ticket for appearing for the end term exam. So then you have to attend the end term exam to be eligible for a course grade, right? So you will have to attend the end term exam and score the marks, and based on the performance in your assignments, your quizzes, and your end term, there will be a formula to calculate the total marks you have scored, and this total marks will be converted to grades based on absolute grading. So you will get a grade which can then be converted to grade point average, and each grade carries a grade point. For example, S is 10, A is 9, and so on. So grades are very important. It reflects your level of understanding and your expertise, your competence in the course. So like it or not, grades will be something which your employer will look at. Eventually, when you go for an interview or something, they will look at your CGPA. So please make sure that you study well and ensure that you do get the best grade possible. So please make sure that you do have an understanding of how to go about this. Okay. So when you're talking about the final grade for these courses, this is the formula which I was talking about. You have your quiz 1 score, quiz 2 score, and your final exam score, and you have your graded assignments. So average score in the best 10 out of all the weekly graded assignments. So you'll be doing 12 assignments. So best 10 out of the 12 will be taken, and that accounts for 10% of your grade. And then you have your quiz 1 and quiz 2 scores and your final exam scores. So this is the formula. It's the max of 0.6 of your final exam score plus 0.2, 20% of the max between quiz 1 and quiz 2, or 40% of your final plus 20% of your quiz 1 and 30% of your quiz 2. So as you can see, your quiz 2 weightage is slightly higher if you use this formula, which is important because the concepts as you go along which are covered are going to be more important and relevant for the subsequent courses which come. Whereas the four topics covered in quiz 1 are foundation level, very basic, just for you to get an understanding. Okay, again, the dates are mentioned. Please mark your calendars. It's important. This is the most critical aspect. You will be coming in person to appear for these exams. Okay, so for stats 2 alone, there is bonus points for extra activity, which can be added to this so that you can get additional marks and so on. Anyway, so based on this, if you score above 90, you get an S and so on. There is a table for that. Okay, so these are for the 7 courses, right? So as I said, English 1 and 2, Maths 1 and 2, Stats 1 and 2, and Computational Thinking. So the one other course which is there at the foundation level is the Python course. So the Introduction to Python course is actually a very important course. This is the major aspect which you need to be confident in if you are going to go into the diploma level. Without strong programming skills, succeeding at the diploma level becomes extremely difficult. This is a fundamental requirement. Please understand this. I want to emphasize this again and again. Programming is the foundation requirement for you to do a diploma in programming and a diploma in data science. It's not that you can get away with some shoddy programming skills. You need to have excellent programming skills to be successful. Students who have not had a programming background have struggled unless they have practiced these programming skills regularly. So it is important that you do spend a lot of time practicing. We give a lot of assignments and a lot of practice questions, activity questions, and so on, which you can use to hone your programming skills. Please make use of this. Please attend the live sessions, interact with the instructors, do participate in the code with us activities, and if you think you need, also register for mentorships. So there are mentors, your senior students who have volunteered their time. So it is open for everybody. So if you are repeating the course, so not just Python, any course, if you are repeating a course, please make sure that you sign up for this mentorship. It will really help. It will ensure that you can do better than what you have done last time. If you have not registered till now, please register right now. We have mentors who are willing to support you, willing to provide you the help that you need, and this way you can eventually become better than what you are, and what you can achieve the best possible outcome from these courses. So please register for mentors. So when it comes to Python programming, it's all about practice. So please make sure that you do practice. You spend a lot of time writing programs. Please do not try to memorize programs or try to read a program and so on. So programs are supposed to be practiced upon. You need to write. You need to sit and write codes. Then you will figure out where you are failing, what you are struggling at, what errors are showing up, and how to fix it, and so on. Okay, so please make sure that you are well prepared for the programming component, because you do have a programming exam as part of this Python course. So you have to score a minimum cutoff for you to pass this course. It is not just enough if you pass the theory component. You have to pass the programming exam, which is an online hands-on lab kind of an exam. You must pass this to pass this course. Okay, so let me show what the eligibility is. So eligibility to appear for the final exam is an average from the best 5 of 9 weekly programming assignment scores should be greater than 40. So these assignments you will be doing online and submitting them, and please make sure that you try them on your own. Please make sure you practice them and repeat them to get the best programs done, and try to time yourself so that you do know how long it takes to actually do these programs. Because when you come for the programming exam, you're going to have a finite amount of time. Unlike in a graded assignment where you're sitting at home and you can probably spend a lot of time writing even a simple program. Right? So please try to time yourself, try to improve the time, try to all that will happen only through practice. So please make sure that you practice. Uh, this criteria of passing in the programming exam has actually had a significant impact on students who have not practiced well. So please make sure that you practice and multiple assignments and all the activity questions and be very well prepared for the programming exam. So for the to obtain the final course grade, you are expected to attend the end term exam and score at least 40 marks in one of the two programming exams. So this is a minimum score which is required for you to obtain a grade. Otherwise, you will not be given a final course grade. Okay, you will not be able to pass this course. So the here is the calculation for the final score, final course score, and you have your GAA, which is your assignment score based on the 10 assignments out of all the weekly graded assignments, and your quiz one, which is going to happen on October 16th. And then you have a couple of other exams, which are your programming exams. So these fall on a different date. Please mark these dates. If you are registered for Introduction to Python Programming, these dates again fall on Sundays, but you would have to appear for these dates and you would have to uh, pass these programming exams with at least 40 marks to even be eligible to pass the course. So you have two programming assignments, programming exams, one held on November 6th and the other will be held on November 27th. If you do not attempt them, if you attempt neither of them, you will not be eligible for the final grade. You must attend at least one of them and score 40 marks or above in that. Okay, so I strongly recommend that you attend both these programming exams and do very, very well because it is a skill which is absolutely required. And here is the formula to calculate the total score. So it 10% for the exams, 10% for your, 10% for your assignments, 10% for your quiz, and you have a max of various combinations of your final exam and your programming exams. So using this, you will be getting a total score which will be used for getting your final grades. So two things I again emphasize: practice your programs, be well prepared for the programming exams, and make sure you do the programming exams well and you are actually going to be exceptional in programming so that you can be successful at the diploma level. And the other thing is, if you think you may struggle, if you don't have the background, please sign up for the mentorship program and get the help that you might need. Even if you don't do that, please ensure that you attend the live sessions and the code with us sessions and so on, which really help you improve your programming skills. And if you are repeating this course, if you for some reason couldn't clear it in the first attempt and you are repeating this course, I strongly urge you to register for the for the mentoring. Please, even if you are doing it for the first time, you would know where your skills are. You know if you have done enough programming in the past. If not, please do sign up for the mentoring sessions. Okay, here is the grading criteria which I talked about. So above 90 is yes, above 80 to 90 is A, 70 to 80 is B, and 60 to 70 is C, and so on. So as you can see, this is an absolute grading system. There is no relative grading. So a candidate is considered to be passed only if they score at least 40 marks total. The T which we were showing here, this T in various courses needs to be greater than 40. Less than 40 is considered to be a fail grade, and if you do not become eligible to appear for the final exam, that is also considered to be a fail grade. And in case you become eligible to appear for the final exam but you miss the final exam and are absent for the final exam, then you are considered to be at an incomplete stage for the program, for the course, and you will be given an I grade. Okay. Okay, so let me walk you through the CCC or the credit clearing capacity for each term. So if you are in a second term, you will be it will be decided by the average marks of all the courses which you had registered for in the term one. And in the subsequent terms, what happens is, let's say for n greater than 2, what happens is, S is the average marks of courses passed in the previous two terms. So not just one term. Now you're looking at two terms, and you're looking at the courses you have passed in the last two terms, and you have term. So the last two terms, and based on that, you will be calculating the value for S. And depending on the marks you have scored there, you will be able to your credit clearing capacity will be dictated. So it will be 2, 3, or 4 depending on your performance in the previous courses. So the credit clearing capacity will be as follows. If a learner has passed at least one course in term n-1, then the CCC for term n will be calculated based on the marks as given above. If the learner has failed in all courses, the learner has appeared for in the term n-1, then what happens is your CCC will be 2. So which is the minimum credit clearing capacity. Okay, so in case you are in case you are absent, a learner is absent for the final exam and thus not completing, then the credit clearing capacity or the CCC will be carried forward. Basically, the previous term's CCC will be applied for the next term as well. In case you do not get a passing grade, there are two situations. So you either you didn't become eligible, the runner didn't become eligible for appearing for the end term because of poor performance in the assignments or lack of submission of assignments, or the learner did not pass the course with a grade U, which means they scored less than 40 in the total score. So this is the situation. So if when this happens, you would have to repeat the entire course. There is no other option. Whether you get a U, WA, or WQ, you have to repeat the entire course, which means you have to repeat the assignments and redo the quizzes and the end term exam. So you will have to pay the same fees as you paid the first time. Okay, so this is for people who, in case you get a U or WA, so I'm sure that all of you will do the assignments on time and ensure that you are practiced and prepared well enough that this slide does not become relevant for any of you. So I am confident that each and every one of you is going to put in the best foot forward, and you will be able to succeed in the courses you have registered for. But in case somebody misses the final exam due to various reasons, right? So, if somebody might actually, for genuine reason, may not be able to make appear for the final exam alone, and they will be getting an I grade. So, this is an incomplete grade, which means that you have done the required work, but you still have not completed all the requirements for getting a grade, right? So you just missed one exam. So in such a scenario, you have two options. The student can basically attend only the end term exam whenever it is conducted in the subsequent term. So let's say you have one course where you got an I grade and you want to appear for the end term alone, you can do that. So this will be done at the end, again in the next term whenever the final exam is being conducted, you can do that. And at the foundation level, the fee for this is 1,000 rupees. So what will happen is the quiz score will be carried over from the previous attempt, and you can appear for the end term alone. But please be aware that this option is available only once, and in the term which follows immediately after you get an I grade. So in case you don't use that option in the subsequent term, then you will have to register for the full course. So you will have to go through the second level. So registering for the final exam of the course will be counted as one of the courses permitted as per the CCC of the learner. So this is again something you should be aware of. So your CCC might be 3 or 4. Let's say your CCC is 4 and you have 3 courses you are registering for, and one course you got an I grade where you are registering only for the end term. So that fills the 4 courses that you have as a CCC. You can't do anything else, and so on. Okay. So if the student misses the subsequent term final also, then there is no other option except for repeating the course. The repeating the course is again basically doing all aspects of the course, assignments, quizzes, and end-term exam. If it's programming, the Python programming course, then you have to do the programming exam as well. Okay. Uh, there is so students actually will not be allowed to add courses after the registration window. There is a registration window within which you can actually add courses, and you can drop a course. That is, there is a date beyond which you cannot add a course. There is a 3-day window which will be opened where you can drop a course, and in case you choose to drop a course, you will have. There will be some part of your fee will be refunded, while some will be retained as well. So you can also choose to, there are various other options for quitting the program or dropping more than one courses while you stay active and so on. But these are not very crucial for you right now. I hope, but this information is available for you to peruse if in case you need to use it. Okay. So please be aware that the refund will be made to the wallet as per given in the table in the next slide. So this is the charges which will be there. So what is the fee which will be retained, and the fee which will be refunded is given here. So this will be available. So this will be refunded to the wallet, and you can actually continue with this. So in case if you drop all courses in the registered term, then what will happen is your email ID will be kept active so that you can come back and learn in the next term, but your status will be changed to academic probation instead of being an active student. So in case if you drop only one or a few of the courses, if at least one of the courses is not dropped, then you will be an active student. Whereas if you drop all courses, you would end up becoming an academic probation. So the fee receipt will also be generated after this 4 weeks, so that when the drop is permitted. So once you have the drop window closed, that's when the fee receipt will be generated. Okay. So there will also be students who are outside India. So in case you are outside India, there is an exam facilitation fee, and if you drop from all courses, 100% of the facilitation fee for quiz 1 will be retained, and 50% of the facilitation fee for quizzes 2 and the final term will be put back into the wallet. Okay, so there are various status a student can maintain. The first one is being active. So this is what on the rolls or active is, where anybody you're doing a course and you're currently you've paid the course fees and you're currently doing a course with IIT Madras. Then you have your academic probation or not registering for any course in a term. So you can actually be in this status. So a learner may skip up to 2 terms without taking any courses. So this is possible. This gives a flexibility. So in case there is a need, you could try and use that. Even when we looked at the numbers, I was telling you about 900 students kept the registration alive, right? So this is basically what they do. You pay a registration keep alive fee or an RKA fee, and keep your registration alive. So in case a student does not pay RKA, they can still come back, but there is a penalty for the fees, and we will collect the fees accordingly. If you chose not to register courses, but you also chose an RKA, you didn't pay the RKA fees. So then you have a struck of the rolls status, which is if you are on academic probation for 2 consecutive terms and do not register for the next term as well, then you become struck off the roll. So you are now deactivated your account gets deactivated, but you can reactivate the registration by paying the RKA for the 3 terms, a readmission fee, and the penalty associated with this. So any learner who struck off the roll 2 times will be removed from the program. So these are all extenuating circumstances. We hope none of that comes into play. Quitting the program, again, a student can choose to quit the program completely. And if they choose to quit the program and then decide they want to continue and re-register, there is a process for that. Again, it can be approved. And the alumnus status is when you complete the uh, diploma or degree, and you will be able to, at the end of it, your status will be converted. So if someone completes a level and quits the program, then you might have different levels. You won't become an alumnus unless you complete the BSc or BS. But at the other earlier stages, you can have foundation level certified or DS diploma, data science diploma, or programming diploma certified, or both diploma certified, and so on. Okay, so some of you might be familiar with GPA or grade point average, but some of you might not be. So in case you are not, so this gives you some idea. So basically, you will be given a term-wise progress card. There will be two types. One is a term-wise progress card, and the other is a grade card. So grade card will be a slightly cleaner version of your term-wise progress card. Term-wise progress card will tell you all the details of what courses you have done, when did you do it, how much, whether what grade you got, and in case you repeat a course, the course will appear multiple times and so on. Whereas the grade card will be a cleaner version where you will have only the courses at each level listed only once. The best score will be the one which is shown, and the course will be listed in the particular term where you actually got the best score. So GPA will be calculated for the courses in each term, and here is the formula. So as I said, there is a grade point for each grade. So we looked at the table, right? So for S you have a 10, and for A you have an A 9, and so on. So grade point into, or the credits for the course. The credit course for each course could have 2, 3, or 4 credits depending on whether it's a project course or a skills course or a foundation or a theory course. At the foundation level, all courses are 4 credits, and this product, the sum of these products divided by the sum of the total credits gives you the grade point average. CGPA will be calculated for all the unique courses completed up until this point in time. You will consider only the best grade that the student has actually earned if the student has attempted multiple times. Okay, so progress card or grade card will be uploaded to the document section of your dashboard. So you will be able to see that here. So as you can see, all the information of this documents for download, you will be able to get this. You can actually download things from here. So access to previous term courses will always be enabled throughout the program. The videos are actually available on a playlist on YouTube. You can actually go and watch it anytime. The lecture videos are open. Course program details will also be open for you throughout the program. So documents for enrollment, I think all of you have already gone through the enrollment process. So I'm assuming these are all things which you have completed already, where you have submitted the required documents. And for students who are taking exams outside India, there are exam centers in certain places, like 3 cities in UAE. We have one in Sri Lanka, 2 in Sri Lanka, one in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Doha as well. So here are some criteria, some information for you. Only a limited number of candidates can be supported in the other countries through other modes of assessment. So candidates have to bring their own laptops. So if you have an exam center in your country, you have to come to the exam center, and exam timing will be synchronized with the exam timings in India. Tuition fees is the same. However, there is an exam facilitation fee, which will be charged depending on which country you're taking the exam from. Okay, so here is the portal. So all of you would be familiar with it. You would have already used it. Even if you have not used it for doing courses, you would have already done it for your qualifier. So all of you have cleared the qualifier. So I'm sure each and every one of you has gone through this portal and you are familiar with it. So this is the courses part of it, where you can look at the lecture videos, the activity questions, and so on. And then the important tab is the announcements. Any important information which you would like to share, we will be communicating here and posting it on the announcements. So in case you miss an email or miss a message which we send or so on, you would still be able to refer to all the information here using this announcements tab in the course page, in the course portal. So this is the discourse. So the discussion forum, it's a discussion forum. Please make sure that you make the most out of this. So this is actually a very vibrant community where you can ask questions, you can get clarifications, you can also contribute to clarify other students' doubts. So this is actually a very useful way to engage with learners in the program. So I would strongly recommend that you use this effectively, and you can gain the most out of this program by participating in these discussion fora. So you would have received an invite to the discussion forum. Please accept this invite and create an account in Discourse so that you can actually access the courses and other related threads in the discussion forum. So in the scores tab, you will be able to see the graded assignments, and you will be able to see how much points you have scored and what you have not submitted, which due date is not passed and which you can still submit and so on. So you will have all this information shared in this tab. Please do these assignments on time so that you become eligible for the end-term exam and you can actually be well prepared for your exams. So there will also be mock tests for students at the qualifier level, but you may have other mock tests given to you as well. So graded assignments will be posted here. Please make sure you do this. Okay, this is an important slide. So please look at this slide. This is a calendar for a student. So there will be weekly content release, assignment due dates. All these will be marked. You will also have live sessions which are marked in this calendar. Please add this calendar to whatever calendar you're using. This is in your online degree ID. So please use this calendar. Make sure that this calendar is synced to any device, any calendar that you use, so that you get all the reminders and all the notifications so that you can actually get involved. So you will be able to participate in the various activities. So even in case you are not able to participate in the live sessions, please do watch the live session videos. They are quite helpful. It will help you improve in the course. Okay, so here is a brief video on how to add this. Let me quickly play this. It's a 30-second video. You can see how to go about this. So you would have to add a calendar. So you can go ahead and do this. And once you add this calendar, you will be able to see the activities of this calendar. So you can see that various activities are shown here, and this becomes part of your calendar. So you can actually subscribe to this calendar and add this to any calendar application. The public calendar URL is also given here. You can use this the way you see fit. Please make sure you use it effectively though. Okay, so it is very crucial that you use this effectively. Please be aware that there is a lot of information which we will be sharing. So we have some information here, which is all the content that we will be releasing. So we'll be giving you videos which are done by faculty. There will be assignment questions based on every video. There will be practice assignments which has questions and solutions and which are PDF solutions and video solutions and so on. In some weeks, you will have additional practice assignments. You would have graded assignments which have questions and solutions will be shared after the due date. Tutorial videos will be there for you to prepare as well, and text transcripts and notes of the lecture videos will be available. Some reference books might also be made available for certain courses. Mock test will be available for the qualifier exam, but in some cases even before the end-term exam. So discussion forum and live sessions will also help in learning. Please be aware that various activities are there. That's why we say that you would have to work for about 10 to 15 hours per course that you register for. There are 4 types of live sessions which will be held every week. You have the activity question live session, where the activity question for each lecture will be solved during the live interaction. Then you have the solve with the instructor, where practice assignments are solved. And then you have a solve with the instructor where graded assignments will be helped. Again, these two are targeted to specific courses. And then you can have an open session where you could just have summary of the content which is there and so on. So all that will be conducted. So here are some tips to prepare well. So these are not just based on our experience, this is also directly from students who have been in this program. Make sure that you follow these. The first and foremost is watch the videos as and when it is uploaded. Do not pile up videos. You will get lost very quickly. While you watch the videos, make sure you take notes. This is like attending a class, right? So you're attending a lecture. It's just that it is in front in a computer instead of being in person. So make sure you take notes. Attempt every assignment given on your own, and then you take help from peers and instructors where you find any difficulty. But first, do try it on your own, and also don't feel shy to seek help. We are providing mentorship. Mentors are available to help you. There are also instructors who conduct live sessions who are available to help you. Please make the most out of these opportunities and learn from everybody. There are websites which sell solution manuals and answers which may be shared in private groups. Please don't use this. You have to solve your assignments by yourself. If you take these shortcuts, you are shortchanging yourself, not anyone else. I'm not, it might sound like a cliche, but the reality is you would have to appear for in-person quizzes and exams. So unless you are thorough with the concepts, you will not be able to succeed in this program. This is not just submitting assignments, right? You need to learn the concepts. So it's important that you try and solve these assignments by yourself. So please don't resort to any shortcuts when it comes to solving assignments or learning the concepts. So in the forum, you can post questions, you can follow the doubts, you can also follow other people's doubts, and whenever possible, reply, participate, contribute to the forum, and so on. It's a community which can help each other out. Okay, so having discussed all the aspects of academics, I also want to quickly go through some activities which have outside of academics. So we have something which is very unique, although this is a program where content delivery is online. We want to provide the campus experience for the students. So for this reason, we have created 12 houses. They are named after the forests in India, and each of you will be assigned to a house. So some of you who are already in the program would already know this and would be in part of some of the groups, some of these houses already. So there are also groups. Each group has members from the same city or neighboring cities, and house members, however, are from across the country. So you do have an opportunity to interact with people who are geographically co-located so that you can get better understanding. Better you can reach out for help or reach out for companionship, friendship, whatever. Right. So it helps in that group created. There each group has a group leader, and the house has various positions of responsibilities as well. So uh, as you come into the program and spend 1 or 2 terms, please do become group leaders and be involved in the house activities as well. It really helps in various activities. It helps in well-rounded growth of a learner. So please the goal is to nurture leadership, organizational skills. So these houses organize various extracurricular activities. There are also clubs which organize co-curricular and extracurricular activities. So there are various activities like the biggest event that we have is Paradox, which happens once a year. So this happened last year in May. More than 2,000 students came to IIT Madras, spent 3 or 4 days here, and really enjoyed the campus life and campus experience. So in August, we had another event, which was Savan by Paradox, again, which was a very nice event, which was an online event where co-curricular and extracurricular activities were conducted. We have another event coming up in December, which is the Margali by Paradox. Right, so here the winners will be coming to campus, and we will have an on-campus event in December as well. So this will be open for people who participated and won in the Savan event which happened in August. So it has a lot of various activities. You can become a part of these activities, either participate or organize and get involved. So please be actively involved. It will really help, and we want to make sure that you have a whole student life experience. So we also have a promote equity through an inclusive policy, and in case you have some complaints or some issues which you are facing, we can try to like redress your grievances through a formal complaint procedure and so on. Okay. So there are also various learner supports which we provide from IIT Madras. The first thing is the financial support. As I already mentioned, IIT Madras provides up to 75% scholarships based on the family income and the background. In addition to this, there are also up to 100% merit cum means scholarships available for students from various criteria, based on various criteria. IIT Madras also provides placement and internship support for graduating students. So internships will be available, made available for learners who complete both diplomas and who are full-time enrolled in this program. So IIT Madras also provides administrative support. We answer any administrative support related questions. You can send us an email to support@onlinedegree.iitm.ac.in. So you will be able to send these emails and we will respond to it. So please be aware that we get thousands of emails, and we make sure that we do respond to every email that we get within 24 to 48 hours. So please don't send the email if you don't. So please don't repeat sending emails if you don't get a response within the first 48 hours. So if you don't get a response after 48 hours, please do contact us again and we will look into it. But if you just send email after email every hour asking, hey, what is the status? What is the status? It is just going to create a bigger backlog, and it is going to affect you and every other learner in the program. So, student affairs and wellness support is another thing which we take very seriously. We have a separate email ID which you can write to. So it is student_affairs@onlinedegree.iitm.ac.in. So you can have various documents which you can track. Announcements is the most important thing. You please keep track of it. Latest updates will show you the any latest announcement that you might have. It helps you keep track of the progress in the program or any information that is needed. Yeah. Another important thing which you would want to be aware of is, see, this is a degree program from IIT Madras. So we do take academic integrity very seriously. So, in case there is an academic malpractice, there are serious consequences for it. We will talk about it, but whatever is action taken will also be listed in the dashboard, listed on the dashboard. And anybody who is found guilty of this will basically lose uh, the opportunity for internship and placement support from IIT Madras. So this is a very serious repercussion that you will have. So please take this very seriously. So we will talk about what this academic malpractices are. So any unfair communication during an exam, whether it is an in-person exam at the center or an online exam, online proctored exam, or a programming exam, or even the assignments, unfair communications, copying, plagiarism, impersonation, forging of documents, using materials or devices that are prohibited will all be considered to be academic malpractices. You would be given clear instructions as to what is allowed and what is not allowed, and how you should behave during an exam or a online proctored exam or in assignments and so on. Please make sure you follow them meticulously. Uh, there are various kinds of punishments. So you will have, it can be getting a U grade, or getting a U grade in one course and a lesser grade in all other courses, or a U grade in all courses, or being debarred from the registration, or being expelled from the program. Above all else, if you are caught and found to be found to have used any unfair means, you will be losing any IIT support for placements and internships. So that is a very serious loss. And please understand this and make sure that you do not get caught in this at all. There are also non-academic misconducts which we take very seriously. So any kind of rude behavior or impersonation on social media is considered to be non-academic misconduct, and you can things like slandering or spreading of false information about the program or about people in the program, or cyberbullying or intimidation of any kind, making internal communication public. All these are considered to be non-academic misconducts, and there are serious repercussions here as well. For it could be a probation with warning, or you could have academic impact like credit clearing capacity being reduced, in the sense the number of courses you can do becomes lesser, or you could be debarred from participating in internship and placement processes, or completely rusticated from the program as well. So we want to emphasize certain behavior is critical, because this program is being offered online. So people need to understand what web etiquette is. Many a time students tend to, not just students, anyone just thinks an online interaction being not face to face, it is things which we don't do, which we won't do in person, we think we can get away with while we do online. It is not acceptable. So all communications have to happen with respect, and you need to make sure that you communicate with politeness and be courteous to anyone, right? Not just your fellow students, but to support staffs, instructor, or faculty. You can actually have any comments you want to make. Please be polite, please be constructive, and make sure that you avoid any pointing out of mistakes or pulling another person down. If possible, try to communicate very politely and in private. Or if you have any issues, write to the support staff, and please use polite language even when you contact the support staff. You should understand and respect the diversity and dignity of all. Please understand that this program is very diverse. That you have people from all ages, all backgrounds, all possible communities and genders and everything, right? So you need to, you cannot be offensive or discriminatory in any of the messages. What you think is acceptable might not be acceptable to someone else. So please be conscious of what you are saying. And there are actually laws which protect the rights and dignity of people on the web as well. So cyberbullying is a very serious offense. So this again is a very serious thing which we can take, which will have repercussions. So cyberbullying, if you are not aware, please learn about what it is. It is it is not tolerated, and IIT Madras will take a serious disciplinary action. Any aggressive or intentional act or behavior that is carried out by an individual or a group using electronic forms of communication repeatedly and over time against another person or group is defined as cyberbullying. Cyberbullies tend to resort to repeated aggressive behavior, and the intention is to humiliate, scare, anger, or shame a particular group or a person. So this kind of behavior is very serious. You can be thrown out. Actually, there are laws, cybercrime laws, which prevent people from doing this. So you can actually go to jail for doing something like this. Right, so here are some examples of what happens: spreading lies or posting embarrassing photos of someone, or trolling or circulating memes that are aimed at one person, impersonating someone, or sending mean messages to others on their behalf, hacking into personal accounts, sending abusive or threatening or hurtful or inappropriate messages, sharing someone's private messages or pictures, or threatening or blackmailing to do so, threatening someone to commit an act of violence, or threats of pornography, or stalking someone and sending targeted messages, etc., are all cyberbullying activities. Please understand that this is just a representative sample. This is not comprehensive. There are various activities which come under this kind of behavior, which can be criminal, and there can be very serious repercussions for this. Another aspect which I want you to be familiar with is the policy on sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is considered to be any unwelcome behavior. Uh, Only the person who is at the receiving end of such a behavior decides what is unwelcome. So nobody can claim that I didn't intend it to be that way. Okay, so please be aware of this. IIT Madras has a serious zero tolerance policy when it comes to sexual harassment, and we will take very strict disciplinary action if someone is caught getting involved in this. Here are some examples of what is considered to be sexual harassment. Again, this is not a comprehensive list. Any thing like unwelcome advances or requests for sexual favors or sending someone sexual content, whether it is images or emojis or messages or videos or photos or whatever, right? So without them consenting or making sexualized comments and so on, all these are considered to be sexual harassment. There are various other forms as well, so please be aware, please be conscious. So the simple rule, thumb rule that you can follow is try to keep it professional. You are here for a professional reason. You are here to learn. Make sure that you maintain the decorum and you follow that etiquette when you do. So, in case you are a victim, in case you are facing something like this, please do not feel embarrassed to complain. You have the right uh, to be free from harassment at workplace. It is a fundamental right. In case you have faced something like this, you can reach out to us. So please keep a record of all the notes, whether it's a WhatsApp message or SMS or emails or Facebook posts, whatever, right? So you try to take screenshots of it before the student, before someone, and have a backup of it so that you would have some data, some proof to file the complaint. So you can write to the student under hyphen grievance at onlinedegree.iitm.ac.in. So this email address will immediately respond, and we will take necessary action to make sure that you do have the safe workplace while you are in this program. Okay, so are we supposed to answer these questions, or are we taking questions? Like, who's the host here? Narayanan, are we supposed to answer the questions which are posted here, or are we taking questions? What is going on? What is the plan? Okay. Okay. So let me not getting a reply from people. So, but anyways, let me quickly go through some of the questions. I'm assuming these were posted by students, and I've also seen that there was an active chat message going on. So I didn't have the chat box open, so I have not been able to answer to the chat boxes. So I'm assuming that people will actually be able to answer each other. So I'm hoping that your questions were answered in this. If not, if you have some issues and some of the questions were not answered, please write to support at onlinedegree.iitm. So here are some questions which were there, and maybe I can quickly go through some of them and try to answer. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to unmute. I don't want to. If we unmute, then it'll take quite a long time. Maybe we'll take a few questions about the program or anything which we might have had before we go into the questions. So let me just see. Okay, so let me walk through some of the questions. So use income certificate. So income certificate is again, it is recommended to be in the prescribed format. As long as it is issued by the right authorities, it should be fine. Please write to support for all these kinds of questions. How many courses can I choose? Again, this is based on your uh, credit clearing capacity. You will be informed of this. Okay. Can I submit college fee receipt? College has not started. Yeah, that is fine. That should be all right. So again, see, some of these questions are very targeted towards support. So please do talk to the support team. You can write to the support team, and you will be able to get this information. Uh, Okay, I may be going to foreign in the next year and okay. So this is so you can continue the degree from outside the country. As I already said, we do facilitate exams in countries outside India, so we will be able to provide that kind of support. But please do inform us before you travel, and we will walk you through what is required. Uh, Okay, I think I already covered what happens when the assignment scores are to be, how it will be carried forward and so on. So if you have registered only for 2 or 3 courses, only those 2 or 3 courses assignment scores will be carried forward. When will we be added to the houses and groups? So you should have been added already. If not yet, it will happen very soon. So please wait to hear from us. We will make sure that it is all information is shared with you as soon as possible. Can I apply for civil services and also? So this is a standard question which we get. So we generally have this answer. Right? So IIT Madras is a degree granting institution. So this degree, the BSc degree or the BS degree, is an official degree from IIT Madras. So this is as valid as any other degree from IIT Madras. A BTech from IIT Madras and the BS from IIT Madras or the BSc from IIT Madras are all treated to be degrees from IIT Madras. So any job which would accept a BSc or a BS in programming and data science or data science and applications should accept this program as well. Okay, so this is again. Can I switch to diploma in data science from the current ongoing foundation level course? So you have to clear your foundation level courses to get into the diploma level. So in case you think you already have all the foundation requirements and you want to do only the diploma and not the foundation courses or the degree, then there is a direct admission to diploma process which you can apply to. So that will be a separate qualifier. Okay, so through this qualifier, you will have to do the foundation and then do the diploma. So I think the registration or the access through dashboard, you should be able to access using the link given in the email. Again, you should use your online degree email ID to be able to answer this, to access the portal. Okay. So if you want to okay, dropping of courses and all that I have covered. I think I have pretty much covered most of the topics which were there, and I'm hoping that we will be able to, or we would have answered most of the questions. And in case you are having any queries, uh, you can send to support at onlinedegree.iitm.ac.in. So there is a so if you have any questions, you please post them here. I think Narayanan is also trying to answer in case we have missed some questions. So about the houses, some of you who are already in the program should have been added to the houses. So for students who are registering into this program for the first time, but you are qualified and joining the program, you will be allocated to the houses. You will be getting the details. Okay. So I think with that we can kind of end the session, end the online session. So I hope we have been able to answer your questions. So we will let you know if you have any questions. Okay. So thank you all. All the best. Enjoy the learning process. Please do participate and be successful in this program. I think with that we can end the session. Thank you all for joining. Okay, we can stop the live session, live streaming.
Yes, sir.
Is the live streaming stopped?
1 second, sir. I will check. So live stream is stopped.